students. Let us start our class. Before that, how are you doing in this holidays season? Actually, you have to be in the school, but let us learn through a new version of learning with the video sessions. Hope you are understanding this. Either it is new for you also and even it is new for the teachers also. So coming in front of you with a new version. I am Swati and some of my students already know about me and I am new for them, those who don't know about me. So we are in the chapter 2. So we have seen some videos in the first lesson and I also show you many of the pictures from the tab. So hope now also you are interested to see some videos. So let us start our class with the energy from the sun. So I think it is very hot nowadays, isn't it? So it's summer season, you feel very hot, and when it is rainy seasons you feel suffocation because before it rains it becomes very hot. And I also explained you how the heating of land and heating of water causes the difference in the monsoons also in the class 7. So now here we are going to learn about how the sun heat brings a great change in our life, in our way of dressing, the way of the food we take, how the variation in the climates plays an important role in our life. So let us start the class with the earth on which we live is full of diversity. As we know, we have learned in the landforms that there are different oceans, continents, mountains, plains, plateaus. The earth is not even everywhere. It is not like a flat ball, but it has ups and downs, valleys, different variations in the heights in the different places. And we also learned that the height shows an impact on the temperature and how hot it is near the coastal region, what is the humidity and how the humidity plays an important role in our life. So here we can see it is a very hot in some months of the year. For example, we can observe how hot it is when from the March, April, May and even June season, extreme hotness. Our lifestyle changes. We wear cotton sarees, we drink cool drinks, we enjoy the every cool atmosphere from the ACs, coolers, and we want to stay in a cool place instead of going outside. If we go outside also, we apply the sunscreens, we take umbrellas, we do everything that to protect ourselves from the extreme hot of the sun, isn't it? There is a how, and some students they enjoy taking the shower in the, you can see we went for different places like Wonderla and we played in the swimming pool. Do you remember the days? So you enjoy near the showers, beaches and the water pools, swimming pools, and you keep yourself cool. What is the reason behind this? The extreme hotness that comes from the sun, which extremely make your body hot and you run for the cool chilliness everywhere. So you can observe we feel hot some months of the years and but only feel so diversity in temperature. Sometimes it is extremely cool that we want to drink hot coffees. It is extremely hot. What causes the hot and cool in the atmosphere? Let us learn, identify what are the differences which are caused due to the changes in the due to the changes of sunlight falling on the earth. Why does this changes do? Let us know all these things in this lesson. You can observe and here. It is very hot in some months of the year and less hot in other months as various from one place to another. Even so when it is extreme hot in our region, if you go to Ooty and Kodaikanal at the same time, it is very cool there. If you go to Jammu and Kashmir, it is extremely cool. The same summer season, but one place is experienced hot, one place is experienced extreme cool. What is the reason behind this? Let us come to know why the sunlight is varying from different places, but we are in the same country. Let us know this. And you have read about the equatorial regions where it is warm throughout the year and very cold near the polar regions. We have learned in class 5, class 6, class 7 also about the different tropical zones. The northern polar zone, which is extremely frozen zone, we call it, and here also it is frozen zone. Entire the year it is very cool here, it is frozen into ice. So here we can see, and we have also read about the equatorial zones where it is extreme hot near the equator. So equatorial zone, from here we can say tropical zone, Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer, these two regions. And these two regions also receive extreme hot at a certain period of time. So we have learned about this and how the hotness and coolness winds transfer from the oceans also we have learned. So why does this variation occurs? Due to the shape, spherical shape of the earth. Actually it is round, but earth is spherical in shape. Here you can see, and the earth is also tilted 23.5 degrees towards the right side. You can observe here. And this tilting also affects into the variation of the temperature on the earth. This already we have learned about the freeze zone, tropical zone, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, equatorial zone, etc. So, and we also studied about the life of the people who live on the freeze zone, and we also studied about the life of the people in Africa, how they live their life, and what are the rainforests which go on raining entire the year is there. It is known as 4 o'clock rain. So I think you remembered all the things that we have covered in the last classes. But what is the special we are going to learn in this class? So we are going to learn about how the variations are there due to the sunlight on the earth, and actually what kind of radiation is released from the sun. This we'll see here. Now you have read about the equatorial region. So we have read about this and about polar regions, the life of the people in the polar region, extreme cool region, and in the extreme hot region it rains throughout the year, and about the rainforest also we have studied. And here temperature and rainfall affects life in very critical ways. Only some kind of trees and plants will grow in hot places. We also read in this class, in the previous classes, that how the life and even the vegetation, the kind of plants grown in these regions is also different. We also studied about the Sahara Desert, which is present in Africa, the largest desert in this world, and how extreme hot the life is in the desert region, and what kind of vegetation is grown here. And we also studied about the rainforest, the trees which are very huge with large leaves and stems, and why they are extremely big in size and wider in size, because of the extreme hotness and extreme presence of water throughout the year due to the evening 4 o'clock rain in the equatorial region, where the atmosphere is very suitable for the plants to grow very large in size, where compared to the other regions like Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, if you find the kind of trees grown there are different from the kind of trees which are grown in the equatorial region. And if we find the vegetation in the desert region, in the frozen region, everywhere due to the temperature, difference in the temperature, we can find different kinds of plants are there. And we also studied about the animals. The animals which are found in the polar region cannot exist in other regions like equatorial region because they are habituated for the extreme frozen atmosphere climate of the northern and southern poles, like the polar bear, which cannot live anywhere except near the polar region. So we can see how it is going to affect the life of the people living in different regions on the earth. So sunlight, not only the sunlight, the shape of the earth is also makes a large difference in the variations of the life in the entire world. We can see greenhouse. What is this greenhouse and why this greenhouse is started on the earth by the people? So greenhouse is a kind of a house which is made, you can see a kind of an atmosphere is created for the plants to grow. Because nowadays we can see the ultraviolet rays and due to the becoming thin of the ozone layer, we can observe there are different diseases which are generated between the animals like algae, bacterial diseases. And due to the extreme hotness or extreme coldness, different diseases are generated between the plants. So it is a new technique called greenhouse which is used now. It is used by many society people in the entire world in different places. Grow crops everywhere by creating artificial atmosphere for plants. It is not natural actually. So it is just to protect the plants from the extreme hot or from the extreme cold atmosphere environment around it. So how does it happen? Let us see in the form of a video. So here we can see what is greenhouse and what are the uses of a greenhouse. So let us see one video which tell us how the greenhouse cultivation takes place in the different places.
Fitrac is eradicating poverty through increasing agricultural incomes. Greenhouses, when built with the proper precautions in mind, can provide many benefits for farmers. Crops are protected from adverse factors including extreme weather, pests, and disease. The farmer is able to control the environment, ensuring increased yields, a steady volume of harvested fruit, and a high level of quality for the final product. Land once considered infertile can be made productive by using hydroponic systems or by growing crops in containers like bags or pots. And finally, crops may be grown throughout the year, even at times when open field cultivation is difficult or impossible. In open field production, weather is the most important factor in determining how well a crop will perform. Rain, strong winds, and fierce sun can dramatically reduce potential yields. Protection from adverse weather conditions is one of the major advantages of using a greenhouse. Excessive rain on a crop leads to high levels of humidity and increases the likelihood of fungal and bacterial disease. It also causes waterlogging, which may result in roots that function improperly. Hard rains may even injure crop foliage and fruit, leaving a point of entry for fungi and bacteria. Strong winds can break plants, cause dehydration, scratch fruits and foliage, and blow pests and diseases into the crop. High temperatures and overexposure to the sun can also harm plants and fruits, causing them to weaken and or burn.
Okay, so this is a
So, in
house.
field production, weather is the most important factor.
So here we have seen how the cultivation can be done with the help of greenhouse. It is said that recently a person was able to grow different plants in such a place where it doesn't bear. These can be done only with the help of greenhouse. So let us welcome a new kind of cultivation for our farmers. Now solar energy, the sun's rays. So do you think what we observe, is it possible to observe all the sun rays? Are we able to observe the sun rays, the energy which is coming from the sun? We can just feel it. We can feel the hotness and just we can see the brightness which is due to the sunlight. So we can see and we can feel the heat. So these two forms actually we know about the sun's energy. But do you know there are something else which are also coming along with the sun onto the earth. So what are they? We will see in a brief discussion in the next class, but now I'll just clarify what are the different kinds of rays which are coming from the sun. Let us go into the point. The sun is like a powerful house. So actually if we say what is the sun? Sun is a round mass with the extreme hot and heat and light generated in it. And we are receiving this power from that powerhouse of sun. So what actually we are receiving from this powerhouse? Energy which is constantly emitting by the sun is known as the solar radiation. What is actually radiation means? Solar means sun. Radiation means a body gives out energy. So sun is a body which is giving energy constantly. So we call it as solar radiation. Radiation is the kind of energy which we are receiving from the sun. So radiation is a body gives out energy. If you want, you can note down these points. They are already there in your textbook. If you have the textbook, just underline these points. Okay, sun rays. What are the sun rays here? Sun rays, we can feel light and heat. As I told you, we can see the light, we can feel the heat. We also receive many other forms of energy. Along with this light and heat, we receive the other forms of energies like ultraviolet rays, which are also known as UV. UV means ultraviolet rays. Now, radio waves. These waves are also harmful, but some cases they are used in medical terms, so we can say they are also useful for some treatments. So X-rays, as you know, X-rays which comes on based on this X-ray only, they have identified how to find out the inner parts of the body. You can consider it as harmful for the human body, but sometimes it is needed for the medical uses from the sun. So these are the three most dangerous rays which we receive from the sun, but how we are being protected by these rays, this I will show you in the form of a video, and also I will show you in the next day of this class. Okay, now isolation. What is isolation? These are also there in your textbook. If you want, you can underline. The solar radiation received on the surface of the earth is called isolation. So whatever heat which is coming from the sun falls on the earth, but it doesn't fall. How much percentage is reflected into the space and how much is absorbed by the atmosphere of earth? These all I will explain you in the next class with the pictures and with the help of videos. So here you can see isolation means whatever the energy which we are using on the earth's surface is known as isolation. I will repeat this again. The solar radiation received on the surface of the earth is called isolation. So the solar radiation received on the surface. So whatever we are receiving at present is isolation. I will continue this class with one more video in the next session and explaining with the pictures on the board. Thank you. See you in the next.